I haven't really thought about that. It's just more so the fact that being blessed to be back here in this position. I mean, last year, unfortunately, it ended soon for me. So being back here, I like to thank God. And, you know, I like to say he doesn't make no mistakes, and it's not by accident.
Brandon Cooks, drafted in the first round by the Saints, traded to the Patriots for a first-rounder, traded to the Rams for a first-rounder.
No, I was going to make a point about Brandon Cooks. I did not write about this, okay? But when I was in the car on Saturday morning with Sean McVay, you know, riding with him to work, I brought up this point. I said, Brandon Cooks is 25 years old. Every year he has 1,200 yards receiving, and he's been traded twice. Why? And he made a great point. He goes, listen, a lot of times when you're putting a roster together, you have to decide how much money you are going to devote to certain positions.
Right.
And over the years, we have, in my opinion, I'm okay with devoting a certain amount of money to the receiver position because I have needs at the receiver position basically that I really can identify. And he goes, and he wasn't specific, and he said, and New England's just different.
Yeah.
And his point is, New England can get by with Chris Hogan making whatever he makes, $3 million a year.
Right.
Amendola left. You know, you can talk to him about Amendola about this, Mike. Amendola left because he was never going to make any money in New England. Bill believes that, and he's shown it time and again, that he can get Chris Hogan, Amendola, Welker, you know, Edelman. He can get those kind of receivers to play these roles. And if they want too much money, he's going to go find another one.
Right.
He's probably 4 of them in the draft this year where he says, I'll go get John Doe from West Virginia or whatever.
In the 6th round, and nobody likes him because his height, weight, speed measurables aren't exactly where they are, or he didn't time perfectly in the 40. But Bill's going to go, I've seen enough film to know he's fast and he beats this guy and he's a good route runner. And his brain can understand all the intricacies of the offense to where that's where they're brilliant because they get those type of guys. Yes, they're not overly physically gifted, but they're mentally capable of handling a tremendous workload. Like we've talked about a lot of times, one of the great strengths of the Patriots offense is Brady's inventory of plays. It's 18 years of a Rolodex of plays, and everybody on the team's got to keep up with Tom. So you better get some receivers who can handle that mental workload. And when things change on the fly as the ball snapped, they better be able to react or Tom will get your butt out of there.
I keep waiting for the moment. It might happen this offseason or next offseason. We're going to read in the little agate type in the newspaper for those of us who still get newspapers. New England signed free agent WR Ryan Switzer.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
I mean, because it's going to happen.
That kind of guy,
He's that guy.
Yes.
And I look at the game right now, and I keep saying, oh, my God, Belichick should never have traded Brandon Cooks. And, you know, probably he would love to have Brandon Cooks in this game. But at 1/8 the price, he'll figure out how to win games without him.
Brandon Cooks took the wicked blow to the head from Malcolm Jenkins in Super Bowl 52, so we didn't see much of him then. The Patriots are going to see plenty of him now. How does Belichick take that knowledge of Brandon Cooks and use it against him and slow him down? You've got Cooks on one side, Woods on the other side. We talked yesterday that you can't. If you focus on taking one away, the other one's going to beat you. What do you do with those two guys?
Yeah, well, I mean, I still think New England's going to play man-to-man. Stephon Gilmore, J.C. Jackson, they're phenomenal. J.C. Jackson is a guy that I think everybody in America is going to learn who his name is.
Well, we did against the Chiefs. He had a rough fourth quarter.
He had a rough fourth quarter, yes. But look at the positions he's in. He's covering a Sammy Watkins man-to-man all over the field. So you're going to get beat at times, and he's still young. But that is really going to be one of the key matchups of the game to me on both sides of the ball. Are the corners matching up with the other team's receivers man-to-man? And I think like what New England will do, like we heard last year when they beat Jacksonville in the AFC Championship, they went back to watch training camp because they had practice against Jacksonville. I guarantee they're going to pull up film of him running routes against them in practice, one-on-ones, and they're going to look at little things he does at the line of scrimmage that tells, oh, when he puts his foot here, he goes this way, or when he does this with his hands, he's getting ready to make this break. It will get that in depth about facing him.
But he'll know that, right? Because he's lived it.
He will, but will he be able to pick out his little tells?
Self-scout thyself.
That's exact. Self-scout thyself, or you'll be in a worm tunnel. But yes, that is
self-scout thyself. Department of Redundancy Department.
He thinks that if you put thy in there, it makes it sound
smarter.
fancier.
Sound intelligent. Sky Sports is watching. I want them to think I'm very, good with the English language.
Late for that.
Yeah, it's way too late.
So I've continued to think that the Patriots believe that Todd Gurley is fine, and they're going to get heavy doses of Todd Gurley, and they're going to try to take away that running game and trust Gilmore and Jackson to cover Woods and Cooks.
I think that's the thing, at least in my assessment, and I know I'm not the grand wizard of football, but I do think to stop the Rams team, the first thing you would do is go, hey, this is the number, what, were they the number 3 or the number 5 team in rushing this year? I always,
3.
Number 3 rushing team in football, and so much what they do is off of that run fake, the play actions, the boots, all of that. I think they're going to try to crowd the middle, stop the run, and they're going to say, hey, Stephon Gilmore, we paid you to be one of the best corners in football for a reason, and J.C. Jackson, we're starting you as a rookie because we think you're awesome, and we want to see you cover Woods and Cooks all over the field.
Here's the thing about both of those guys, Woods and Cooks. This is the reason, in my opinion, you hear this, what will Bill take away?
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to focus on taking one person away.
Yeah.
Let's just say he says, all right, Brandon Cooks isn't going to beat us. Sammy Watkins, while not being in pristine health, he's always going to have that foot issue.
Right.
Sammy Watkins and Robert Woods could win this game. If he treats Brandon Cooks the way he treated Tyreek Hill last week, then one of those two guys could win this game.
Yes.
That's why I don't think.
I'm with you. I don't think you either.
I think he plays kind of an umbrella thing, metaphorically. I don't think he's going to focus so much energy on
or just
one
play
guy.
straight man-to-man. Like I was saying, I'm with you, too. I don't think there's anybody to double because you're going to leave yourself vulnerable in some other spots here. They'll play it straight up, and they like to play man-to-man anyways, and I think they'll just try to match up straight across the board.
We're going to have a draft when we return. We're going to look at the best slot receivers of all time as we scurry to do our research. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.